Hi everybody, welcome to our monthly update. Do you hear me well? So we can start as usual in a minute, more or less. I'm going to check meanwhile just if you were connected. That's it. As usual in a minute, more or less. Yes, we are. All right, I think we can start already because we have a lot of questions. Hi, Milton, welcome. So we have a lot of questions from the community. Before that, I want to update you guys about the status of the project and plus give you a few informations about what happened last week when we released the token distribution for the first time. And there were a bit of complaints and everything. So I want to clarify a few things with you before that. So first of all, we know we cannot discuss price into our community, us the admins directly, because we don't want to affect the price. We don't want any involvement in the token value directly. And what we're doing, we focus on the development, and we take care of this as much as we can with all the effort. And the token value for us, it really depends on what the actions, good actions or bad action we're doing with our development, marketing, and the vision and strategy of the company. So we apologize, but we cannot engage any discussion on the price. So please don't ask us. We received a lot of messages, private messages, also complained privately about the token price. So we cannot really answer to this. We don't control the price. So the only thing we can say, I will answer to a few questions about the token value and the price at the end, before we give priority to the questions related to the development and to the status of the project, of course. And then I can answer to a few questions about the price at the end, but don't expect any forecast or anything related to that. Just one more qualification about the price. We don't actually act on the price. That's something we cannot do. It's not, first, it's not legal. Second, it's not, we cannot manipulate it. We don't want to manipulate the price. And what we gave to the exchanges, we gave liquidity through the market makers. We sell our coins through that. We don't intervene in any action, actually, like us personally and the team. We cannot intervene in the price. We don't buy back. We don't sell our tokens because we want to get profit. Nothing like that. So I'm going to answer to these questions at the end. But we're real. We are a strong business. We don't need to do tricks to get profit right now that we released the token on the 11th of July. So imagine. So this is, as I always say, it's a long-term project. So our profit will come in years. So for now, our profit comes from our verticals, salaries, and everything we're building together, not on the token speculation. So please remember this, what I'm saying right now. We're going to do another thing about the complaints about why we banned few people from the community, especially in Telegram. In Telegram group, the official one, is our home. So imagine someone comes to your home complaining all the time on the price or spreading negativity. We don't want that. It's my home, it's your home. So you invited in our home. So please respect the environment, respect all the other investors. If the token goes down, the tokens go up. So if it goes down, you complain. If it goes up, you spread out happiness because it goes up. No, we don't want that. That group is only for the development status, speaking about the project, the future of cryptocurrencies. All interesting matters, not the price. If you want to discuss the price, go somewhere else. I don't know if we created or someone created, because it's not official, a group to discuss the price. Do it. Do it in the other group, but please don't do it in our main Telegram group, because if our ambassadors ask you not to do that 1, 2, 3 times, then at the end they will mute you or ban you in some cases. It's not possible to ask not to ban people. We do ban because it's our home and we want respect in our home. So that's all. If you complain because you lost your money, whatever it is, it's an investment. It's up to you to believe or not in the project. We don't force anybody. We don't ask you invest and you become super rich in the short term. Nothing like that. So please follow the rules in the Telegram group and don't complain if you got banned, because there is a reason for that. We don't do that easily. So respect the environment, please. Thank you. So speaking of that, now because we want to involve the community more and more, and we received a lot of feedback from the community because you want to accelerate the vesting process. We created a native token for you, and so if you want us to anticipate the vesting for us, we need to deliver the token now, in a month, 2 months. For us, it really doesn't matter. The only thing that we need to respect a timeline, not to affect the value, and mainly it's not really on the value. It's more on the logistics part and the operational part. So, like if for the nodes when we send the transfers, so that's why we also released in about 10 days. So we need time to do these things to do it properly. So we want to send to everybody. We don't want too much people having issues. So that's why we take our time to do it. But soon our community managers will add a poll in Telegram, in Twitter, and the other social media, so you can vote if you want to anticipate or not the vesting. If you want to anticipate it, we can do it, no problem at all. If you don't want, so we respect the deadline, we respect the timeline to deliver the token distribution, and that's it. So up to you guys. For us, it really doesn't change. But because you requested it, we're going to add the poll publicly. So just vote and decide if you want the vesting to get over before the time we chose. Now, I'm going to give you a few information about the implementation, and then we answer to the question, because we have a lot. So the implementation in KubePay, we apologize for the last bug, but that's why also we need the operations on the token distribution to be done calmly, because we see there are a few things that we need to learn, understand, and we have to make our mistakes. So now it's fixed. We're going to have another update the beginning of September to fix a lot of other errors, and then starts the functionality part. We wanted to release before the swap, and we're going to do it properly on time. Something changes also in the Cardano blockchain, so we needed to adapt, but it's not mainly because of that. It's because we want to deliver properly, and we're still on time. We're not going to delay. It's going to be the end of Q3, the swap, from ADA to Cube, so you can buy the Cube in KubePay without doing the KYCs in exchanges if you don't want to do it, and you can store your cubes there. So you're going to have the staking as well, and the staking of ADA as well, and the token integration in the platform. Once we did do this in Q3, then we are ready to build we're still building, but to release the most difficult functionality is the daily payments with QPay that we always said we were going to do. So until the moment, QPay will be only a wallet, and then it will become a payment gateway, the first payment gateway for daily expenses only with cryptocurrency. And it will come, the final developments will start at the beginning of Q4, so these last 3 months of the year. And the only one thing that I forgot to say, we're going to audit the smart contracts for the staking. So you asked if we were going to do it with Certic. We asked Certic. We asked the quote also to M Labs, the one we did the smart contract before. We asked few quote. It's business, so we will decide once we have the best quotation, and then one of them we will pick it up, and it depends. It's up to them. The release of the audit, if it's positive, and from that moment on, the staking will be available on the QPay app. I received some random questions not related to the question we're speaking about today, but about the legality of KubeCoin. KubeCoin is an utility token. I'm going to be really fast about this. There were some complaints about because we need to be security, because the vesting is not allowed in the ICO. Nothing is true about that. We are a utility token. We can do whatever we want with as long as we respect the delivery of the utility of our token. We do that, and in our jurisdiction in Spain, we totally covered. We have a legal. We have attorneys here. They take care of this. We have a legal opinion. We have the terms and conditions in our website. We have the privacy terms in our website too. So anything is covered from the legal part. And the future of KubeCoin, I want to say just this last thing, is changing. It's changing we are like never see something like this in a company. Actually, it's like the timing is really fast in the blockchain. It's slow, the development in years, but the vision, I never seen something that could change that often. So like in our company, what's happening? We were an e-commerce. Then from the e-commerce, we stabilized the e-commerce and we built a KubeCoin. Then from the KubeCoin as a marketing tool became KubePay for a payment gateway. So from the travel industry now with the partnerships, so because we are working on the partnership for the acceptance of our payment gateway, our payment method, it's becoming more like not sector based. So like we are focusing on travel, we're focusing on hospitality, leisure, everything is said, but we see the really in future our future is totally based on the payments, on decentralization and fintech. So we've seen this pattern now that we're changing. Like every few months, we see some signals of change in our company for the better, and this is happening. So I like that this vision is like modeling based on the opportunities we're creating. And that's why also we have QBIN, the investment fund. We didn't, because of the bear market, we created it, but we delayed the liquidity for the investment fund. We received already a lot of you through the form on QBIN.vc. They want to participate in investment fund with us. We're basically going to invest in crypto projects, ICOs, pre-sales, and startups projects all together. We advertise on QBIN, and all together we decide if invest or not. So it's going to be an investment fund based on DAO, so all together. And so this is like, it's just an example of the few opportunities that came up after we decided to do this big change in the company. Wow, I spoke a lot. So let's move to the questions. I told you we had a lot already. So I want to say that the first 5 questions that the team liked the most, we receive $500 in Cube each. So it's in total is $2,500 dollars in Cube. And let me start with all questions. Then I will say at the end which ones earn the prize. So starting from the first one, it's coming from Twitter, and I'm not going to say the name because it's quite long. I don't really get it. One anonymous baby. Well, do you plan to list in exchanges like Coinbase? Also, there is going to be NFT, right? If so, there is a projected date for an NFT. Is Cube? Well, a lot of questions in one. Let me do one thing. I'm going to copy and paste it in the chat so you can see it. Well, it takes a really long time. Well, it doesn't really. Because too many words. Okay, so I cannot paste in the chat. Whatever. Sorry for this interruption. Let me go back to the question. So a lot of questions in one. I'm going to answer directly. So yes, we have the Royal Club collection. We are not sure yet when we're going to release it because the general situation of the market, you know already. It's everything ready. So like artistic wise and marketing wise, we just need to decide the right moment to start the promotion. And KubeCoin will be used worldwide or just in Europe. Will be used globally. That's what I said, that we were focusing on travel industry. Actually, our verticals now are only in Europe, but KubeCoin can be released through the partners everywhere in the world. I'm going to go to the next question from the same one. So, will rising inflation cost affect KubeCoin, its short-term or long-term goals and or commitments to its employees and or investor? Well, the inflation, yes, it affects everything. It affects the decisions. It affects the valuation of companies. It affects the salaries. It affects everything. It depends in the country or in the continent you are, but yes, it affects. Like in Europe, like the 10% that are happening right now, it's affecting our decisions. Also in our employees, in everybody. The token value, I said I don't speak about it, but in this case, we saw early that inflation doesn't really affect. Also, answering to your question, if it's short term or long term, short term it's like it's a taboo for us. So only long term. So we see this long term. Second question from Mohad Faki. How will KubeCoin revolutionize the leisure and travel industry? In other words, how will KubeCoin team convince airlines, hotel, cafe, restaurants, chains worldwide to accept KubeCoin as a method of payment, considering the fact that the cryptocurrency's price is highly volatile? Yes, that's a nice question. Nice question because of the price, the volatile of the price. So basically, we don't try to convince them. We propose a deal. And one of the main issues is the token value. So what we're going to do in the token integration and token implementation, there will be always, at least at the beginning, once the crypto will be accepted globally, mainstream, maybe we will not need it anymore in a few years. But right now, we always add a comparison with the actual currency in the country they are. So this is our tool to establish that. That's the same is happening with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and all the adoptions of the cryptocurrencies at the moment. It's a process. It's going to take really long time. So for the main acceptance from the users. So meanwhile, we need to adapt and still have a conversion, real-time conversion with the actual currency. That's what it's happening in KubePay. It's happening in any wallet. Or when you have to exchange, like I don't know, let's say Revolut, for example, or when you have to exchange with other currencies digitally through an application or a platform. I'm going to go to the next question. I'm going to skip because the same The same one sent a lot of questions. Okay, I'm going to answer this one for out of respect because you sent really a lot of questions. Will KubeCoin be adding anything else to the roadmap as we go? Yes. So we actually, when we finish like a round of the roadmap, like let's say a quarter, we add the next ones. It depends on the work to do. There is a lot of work to do. The established one is enduring for 5 years, so it's going to be like 5 years of development. So far, the one we have is going to last until the end of this year, and then we start with the new roadmap. So I don't want to say it's never ending, but it's important that you got knowledge and you got informed about what we're doing. This happens with private investors, we happen with venture capital, and it happens in the cryptocurrencies as well. So instead of like sending quarterly updates, you can check the roadmap on the website or on web paper. So yes, we will update it in time with the new let's say goals, let's say new steps in time. Next question. The KubeCoin project looks very good and has great potential. Thank you. But why have you chosen such a difficult time to put KubeCoin on the market? Would it have been better to wait for another moment? Hmm. Yeah, we could choose to wait, and then how long we should wait. So like we don't do forecast. We try to do projections market wise, but when there is a bear market, when there is a general crisis situation, you cannot do projections. So there are two choices: or you risk and you go in, or and you assume the risk and take the consequences of it, or you have to wait, but you don't know how long. And we have responsibilities. We have responsibility with you guys for the investment. We have responsibility with our employees because we are using your investment, the fundraising for the development. And money were already spent for some of the most important activities. So we needed to take a decision, and we decided to move forward as well and take into the account that the token value will maybe be really affected or not. So we said, let's start at the bottom and see what happens. We believe in our project. We believe in our technology. We know that our technology is full of bugs right now. It will not be like delivered properly in a few months. It doesn't work this way. Everybody that is in the technology industry or fintech or whatever it is knows that it really takes time, mostly when you are trying to create an innovative product. So we say bear market is now. It's going to be here for another year. We're going to stay here. So let's start the process and see what happens. And meanwhile, we continue with the development. Then the token value goes down until the maximum we can do, whatever. One day will go up. So that's it. If we do things properly, of course. So I still think it's been a good decision to launch the token in this bear market. It's really risky, but we assume the risk. We like the risk. Mm, I'm going to skip to. There are some questions about. There are 2 3 questions about if we're going to use influencers to get partnerships. Yes, we will do it. Not right now. Now we are like testing the market also for the acceptance from the providers. So as soon as we have a clear idea, we definitely do campaigns, inbound campaigns to attract more partners to get involved in this adventure with QPay. Right now, everything is outbound, made with our sales agents, like contacting our partners and try to get the deal. So this is how the way working now. The next step, when we have a clear idea on the work to do and like push more, we assign a budget, and definitely we're going to use influencers. Not only influencer, we have a strategy also for all offline campaigns, and to possibly get mainstream and make the big partners that now they are more like constrained, they are like more have more doubts, of course, to get involved with maybe testimonials or influencers. So definitely yes. um, Derek Wagner on Telegram is asking when KubeCoin will be on an exchange in US. um, I cannot announce exchanges yet, as usual. But yeah, we put in all the effort to get global. So as soon as it will be available in Czech in sex they accept this as got license in US. Yes, we will be there too. So I cannot tell, like, unfortunately, right now. Oliver King in Telegram, as KubeCoin would be a method of payment for travel and leisure in our company, is there a benefit or advantage for people to use it instead of fiat? For the token itself to be successful, it has to be enticing enough for people to use it for their transaction. What are the team's strategy to attract this adoption? Well, thank you for your question. The advantage not to use fiat, I wouldn't say an advantage. I would say like this is the future. So the future is coming, before or later. So this is what is going to happen in the next years. So the advantage to have a cryptocurrencies, we all know that it's based on the trust, security, be real, public. So all the transactions are seen in the blockchain. They can be seen publicly. You know, all the acceptance of KubePay is not really related on the KubePay itself or KubeCoin. It's the acceptance of the concept of cryptocurrencies. So that's why it's not really an advantage compared with fiat. It's more like this is the future, so you accept it or not, this is going to happen. So the only thing that this is the reason why we moved everything we have in the blockchain, decentralization, and cryptocurrency world, because we seen this is the future, and we were right, because if we were sticking still with e-commerces, with the inflation we have, and all the issues that happened with COVID and all these things, I don't know if the company was still alive. We chose another path, the fintech, and it worked amazingly. And you are here, guys, with me speaking about it. So this is already an advantage. When a company understands that there is a future in something, you detect that the future is there, and you invest to get there, and then you have the reaction from the community, from all the people that build with us together this project. That's it. That's the advantage I see compared with fiat. George, KubeCoin will certainly take over the leisure and travel industry. My question is, are there any thought for Cube user to be in an exclusive list by the end of the year for a surprise travel sponsored by Cube, for example? Let me see. Cube for travel. Okay. So, like, the question is about if we're going to create events for the acceptance of our payment method, KubeCoin, the acceptance of the ecosystem. Yes, the events are related to Royal Club. So there are no like direct benefits through the platform, through KubeCoin. They are more related on the membership and the way you spread the concept to help us to make it mainstream. So yes, through Royal Club, you will get benefits through our NFT collection. You will get benefits and plus we will organize events. Probably the first one will be small, and we hope it's going to be big, but we'll see. But then all the events created by us and from the partner ones will be related to the contributions to make it happen. So the acceptance of our cryptocurrency and mainly the cryptocurrency, mainly the payment method. Really nice question, George. Um, the question is really large, so I'm like trying to resume them. That's why I'm not speaking. Apologies for that. So what mechanism could be used for a large operator like a transport or accommodation not to accumulate such an amount of tokens, but they could manipulate according to their interest? Basically, it's a really nice question. Firelight 76 from Telegram is asking basically if a big partner collecting all the cubes will become a whale. This is really interesting. It's not going to happen. Why? Because QPay has a mechanism inside that when he accepts, he goes through an admin and the tokens are like divided per order. So he basically cannot accumulate, and mainly because the big actors, but all the partners, what we found out during our sales machine, like to get the partnerships, that they want a straight conversion in another token of fiat. So we are implementing this functionality just for them. You will not see it because it's only for the partners in their internal admin. So and there is so this avoids a partner to become a whale. Second, when this happens, when a big partner, let's say Marriott, I'm just giving a name, Marriott will accept our the hotel chain will accept our payment method and will receive a lot of cubes. When this is going to happen, the token will be already distributed mainstream. So when this happens, that's why I'm saying long term, or don't expect huge partnership tomorrow. It's not going to happen. We're still small, big in the crypto industry, but in the world we're small. So we need this to get mainstream. So when this is going to happen, whale or not whale, it will be a free market. So there is not, we will not be worried about that because anybody can do the same, can buy a big tons of cubes from an exchange and become a whale. So someone can do it right now. So there's when it's a free market and we pass through pre-sale, ICO, and all the fundraising phases. As I said, we don't control these things. This is a free market, so everybody is free to buy as much as he wants. So that's the way it works. But anyway, it's a really interesting question. Hercules from Telegram, what made you start KubeCoin? What was the trigger to start building the KubeCoin ecosystem? It came up because it was already in the roadmap. It was the last vertical of the Cube ecosystem, but because of COVID happened and we need to stop with the travel industry and hospitality because the providers couldn't work, the clients couldn't travel. So we were like stuck. We've been stuck like for 1 year and enough. We said, meanwhile, let's start to build the other verticals that we were thinking of. And because the only one that wasn't affected by the general situation was the fintech sector, that time, because now it's affected as well, we decided to move forward with that. And then because it's so big what we're doing, other verticals, other ideas, also because we are pretty creative, other ideas came up, and then we are like focusing a lot on the fintech compared with e-commerce. It doesn't mean that e-commerce they stay apart. No, we have most of the employees with e-commerce, but the main focus long term is the innovation in fintech. So this is the reason why we decided to add KubeCoin to the ecosystem. Okay, it's already half an hour past, and we have really a lot of questions. I apologize, guys. I've seen a lot of questions here too. I hope I can answer to all of them. If not, we can do another streaming, but I don't want to keep you here like 3 hours. We have really a lot. I'm going to move to the next question. This is from another social media. No, it's not specified which one. Anyway, if you recognize it, let us know. The KubeCoin project looks very good and has good potential, but why? I know this one from Roberto Fernandez from YouTube, and I already answered before. It was repeated in another social media. A question directly to Paolo. What motivates you to manage so many business verticals at the same time? It's already a superhuman job to manage FlyCube and Ethereum at the same time. So I'm curious where you get this drive from to manage all the new verticals on top of everything else. On a side note, which flight hotel company on chain would love to partner up with? Okay, two questions. So what motivates me to handle all these companies, brands? Let's clarify two things. First, personally, I like to define myself really multitask. So like I got bored if I do just one thing. So I like to do a lot of things. When I was a musician, I was like just really fast. I was playing piano, studying classical composition, playing guitar, bass player. Then I started to learn a bit of violin. It did work, and was doing university. I was really young, doing university, concert, theater, a lot of things at the same time. I loved that. Then I realized that I was doing too much things at the same time, so it wasn't really worth it. The mind is still the same, so I want to do a lot of things, but personally, it's you fail if you manage everything at once. So what we did to manage all the verticals together, we needed to do it cleverly. So we created one system, internal system, that provide support operationally for marketing and for statistics as well, internal statistics for the data. So like we use the same exact tool that we built like 2 years ago to manage all the e-commerces, and then we exported part of the code to manage KubeCoin, to manage KubePay, and to manage the like sort of CRM for the old verticals. This really like open us to work on different verticals at the same time. Plus, we are a tech company, so we are not like an e-commerce. We have a we are a tech company with e-commerces. So what does it mean? That we provide the technology to our e-commerces to get automatic functionalities. So basically, EatCube is 100% automatic. So when the client buys, book a dinner with us on the website, then it goes in the system. It pick up from restaurant, the restaurant accepts, and then the client goes there, and then a sort of emails, confirmations, notification, all these things go automatically. We have some people, just our employees there, checking that the algorithm works properly. If it doesn't, they intervene, they stop it, and then do it manually. But it really doesn't happen that often. So that's an example on the way we work in to get more verticals at the same time. With KubeCoin, it's a bit more complicated because it involves finance, involves technology, KubePay app, the API with the partners, the sales team. So we need now just to focus on that. That's why WowCube, all the other verticals and the investment fund, we are delaying them a bit because we need to really focus on those ones. So this is my explanation. And then which hotel, flight, accommodation, or chain would love to partner up with? Mainly, we are partners with few of them, but the acceptance of cryptocurrencies is their system is still tricky for them. So we are like working to make this happen because we are really happy with Expedia. So I would like Expedia to be our main partner as soon as possible. We're speaking with the departments. There are Chinese walls. It's really difficult because we are partners, but as a travel agency. So we need, actually, we are a premium travel agency in Expedia, and we are really well treated from them because of the amount of revenue we made as a travel agency in the years. But it's not related to the payment method, so it's a totally different thing. And we are like getting on the right channel, but it's going to cost us. So this is going to be our really like my personal main goal in the travel industry to get a partnership with. Before to get to the questions about the price, guys, I stop with the questions here. I can I will announce at the end the winners. Like for I want to respect you guys also here in the chat. We have a lot of questions. I'm going to pick up some random one. Okay, so let me pick up some random one, and I will answer to a few. Thank you for this participation. I must say that the ones in the chat will not be counted because they already selected the ones for the the award, but I'm going to read them. So let me pick up one. You mentioned Binance in a tweet. Is there something going on behind the scenes, or just some random tweet? Some random tweet I didn't mention, so maybe the marketing team. Normally we don't mention. So if there was a Binance, maybe it was like if you would like us to be listed on Binance, something like this. But yes, no, there is nothing behind. We thought I want to tell you because there were a lot of people like panicking, saying or like scared of what we were doing. We leaving, not leaving. The token goes down, so the company is taking all the money from the investment. Nothing like that. We clear, we here, I'm here, I'm Paolo, and I'm real, so we don't do things behind. So we say everything we're doing that we can possibly say, because strategies we cannot say, internal agreement with the companies we cannot say, but anything we can give you the knowledge or the information about, we will do it. So stick with that. We're here, we are not leaving, we're serious, we're professional, we are here to stay. So anything we want to share, we can share, we will share with you guys. Be sure we will share also my feelings when I see a lot of people like spreading this negativity in the group. You've seen how I react to this, so better I leave sometimes for a few days, but you can see we are real people always interacting with you. So there is nothing behind, nothing. Everything we do in our possibilities, we share. So nothing with Binance yet. Nothing we not listed yet. Until we are not listed, we cannot say anything. And it's really hard to get on Binance, by the way. At least for us. Real use case of KubeCoin is all over the world using payment, but many countries also have restrictions on this KubeCoin. So any plans for restriction countries? So, well, restrictions about cryptocurrencies, like the adoption of cryptocurrency. Yes, there are restrictions. So if we go to an auto chain in China and the auto chain accept our cryptocurrency, it can accept. But the problem is that maybe the government goes there and do something. I don't know what they do in China, but like here, you got a fine, or I don't know, you close the business. I don't know what they do because it's not my expertise. But actually, China declared they are against with cryptocurrencies. They are against the cryptocurrencies. So the thing is that if we close a deal with a company there, there's high possibility that you cannot use your cube in China. So we are now focusing on the countries that the acceptance of cryptocurrency is. I would not say they will accept cryptocurrencies because there is only one country in the world, is El Salvador. They declared cryptocurrencies accepted as a main currency for the government. There's only this one. There's no more, as far as I know, so far. The other ones, or we are going to the country that didn't express any feelings, or they didn't say that much, or they are not against. Like for example, US, yes, we close in partnerships with them, but they're really tough with the exchanges and cryptocurrencies. So we do it because most of the big companies are there too. But like, for example, we are more open to India. We are more open to Saudi Arabia. There is more acceptance also in terms of revenues, in taxes and all these things. So we are not going to, there's not really like we would like to, there's not really like a strong regulation yet, but we go where to the countries the cryptocurrencies at least are not banned. So this is or banned or like declared illegal, because I say declare because this is really like, I'm not going to speak about it too much because it's like a big topic, but how you can define something legal if it's not an asset related to someone, because it's not, because it's in an anonymous wallet. So, and it's a payment method. It's not really like there's a philosophy behind it. So how you can declare something like this illegal? It's illegal the action that someone does with it, like scamming, phishing, all these things. But the currency itself, how can be illegal? I don't understand that. That's why there is not a law about it. But there are countries that are against it. I stop because we can discuss this matter whenever you want, because it's really interesting one. And let me go to one more question. I have one question. Why choose crypto industry? You have very successful business. You could IPO on traditional market. Traditional market investor more professional than crypto investors. Well, more professional, it depends. There are any kind of investors in all fields. I have venture capitals. I'm a business angel. I got investment from venture capital, business angels, and with KubeCoin, we had this first investment, like with a crowdfunding investment with private investors, and we've seen that there are crazy investors, there are tough investors, also in venture capital. There are investors that really don't consider you or say that you're nothing, or investor they accept from the scratch, from the moment you send the pitch, they love your concept. There are investors, like it happens really with business angels sometimes, not often. If they're small, they're afraid that they can lose the investment. Maybe in the crypto industry, there are more like people that want to make money really fast. This doesn't happen with when you do an investment round with a company, with venture capitals or business angels. If it's not a family round, it doesn't really happen. There's someone like go crazy because you're not making money fast. It doesn't happen. This happens more in crypto because there are people that don't do the research before to invest, and you should really do the research. Also with KubeCoin, you cannot ask me in private or to the customers, well, you invest like, I don't know, 10,000 euros, and you ask us when you did invest, like in the first, second, third pre-sale round or in the ICO. You invested 10,000 euros, you should know. Be careful with that. It's your money. We didn't ask you to like invest, like push you to invest. You did it, so deal with it. So these are the kind of investors. So I am happy that I discovered this word. I will not regret at all, because there are just a small part. I must say that most of our investors are really like amazing. Sometimes they, with these questions you asking us, and all the advices we got privately in these events, like right now, or in our groups, in our social media, all the feedbacks we have. And most of the investors, they don't complain. They look at the project long term, as we do. So there are different kind of investors in anything. So I would not say private investors in ICO or private pre-sale like we did are worse than the venture capitalists. There are different things. Sometimes the venture capital can be here, like on top of you, saying, I want to know all data of your company, daily, monthly, weekly, everything. I want to know everything you do in all the employees. And sometimes there are people in the crypto industry, they're like pushing you because they want to make a profit really fast. There are really different cases. I cannot say it's worse or better or good or bad. So it's money, and money, it's responsibility. And when someone gives you the money, you need to take into account that this guy, if you don't do the things properly, and also if you try to do things properly, you always will have a complaint. So we need to deal with that. I'll do the same. If I invest in a company and I will not hear from the company for 1 year, I got like I will ask, and I'll be like really pushy. So I can understand also the feeling sometimes. Because of that, yes, we don't regret to get into the crypto industry. And about the IPO is part of the company. Also, if you got into crypto industry, it doesn't mean that you avoid an IPO with the startups or the standard market company. So the IPO is more a matter of the Cube ecosystem. So the ICO, the pre-sales, they went for as a fundraising for KubeCoin and the fintech, but then the whole Cube ecosystem is looking to get on the IPO, and actually it's the final stage of our roadmap. Like the long-term roadmap, it's not expressed in KubeCoin website because it's an internal roadmap we have in the next 5 years. So yes, this is the last final stage. So I would say that the both things merge together to get to the IPO. If we don't get to the IPO, it means that we don't want to get there, or we couldn't get there because in terms of revenues, or well, there are many things. But yes, it's part of it's one of the main goals we have still. Guys, I'm approaching to an hour of streaming, so I'm going to answer to the questions related to the price. That you really love this. We hate to speak about the price. We cannot do it really. So I'm going to work on that now in the last 10 minutes. So when we be well, this is about the burn. When we do the burn, we will do it when there is a necessity. Now the token is down, it doesn't mean that we're going to do the burn because we don't want to affect it, and also we don't know if we burn, the token value goes up. So this is not really the matter. The burn is progressive in time, and it will happen in time. So long term. So in only in case of urgencies. If you have panic sellers or for any reason you don't like anymore the project, you want to sell, and the token goes down, be patient. That's the way it works in a free market. We cannot do anything. We don't buy back. We don't sell our own tokens. So this is the way it works. When you will distribute the 20,000 airdrop, the airdrop was going to announce in the next update, but I'm going to tell you something. All the marketing distribution will come after the second pre-sale. Mark will confirm it, but as soon as the third, the 60 days once we complete this one, we start the marketing, and then the third one will come, and then the ICO. So it's going to be right after. Let's say in about less than a month, more or less. But anyway, we will announce the dates in the next update. There is CoinMarketCap. There are a few more airdrops the marketing team did. Mark knows more about it, so you can ask him. Was the bug affecting the wallet dealt with? What was it? Can you elaborate? It's only right to investment. It's a very reasonable question. Yes, it's really reasonable question. I apologize for the bug. It really affected also maybe the confidence in the project for some investors. I'm not going to justify my team. I'm not going to justify myself. It's just mistakes happen. So the first time we do a distribution, and we didn't calculate that there was a bug. Well, we didn't see that there was a bug in the... Well, I don't want to get too deep in the tech because I'm not a tech expert, but basically sending a bigger amount, you could have back a bug. Not with everybody, but in a few wallets. So this happens. And of course, when this happened, the investor got mad, and I understand it, and then it spread out in the group. There is a panic sell as far as I've seen. So it's not to justify, but it happened with a few wallets, not all the wallets, and we needed to work all weekend to fix the bug, and then wait for Apple and Google to accept the new update. So it took 4 or 5 days. I'm sorry for that. We hope it's not going to happen again, but I cannot ensure it because it's an application that we just start building, and we discovering a lot of things anytime we build something. So I apologize for that. If it would happen before the token was in the market, it wouldn't affect. Now everything we're doing, it affects the value. So we and your intentions. So we need to deal with this, and we'll be definitely more careful since this happened, for sure. We already established protocols to testing protocols to get any kind of bug before we release the updates in the stores. Why does he keep dumping? The dump, it's not really dumping, it's going down slow. People are selling, we're not selling. So like there is someone that's lost confidence in the project. Okay, what can I say? If we for us it's long term. I want to get my profit. I'm honest with you. We have 4 years vesting, you know that, for the team. So our 10% will come. The last phase, the last release will be in 4 years, starting from the second year. So imagine quarterly. So I want this. I want my profit. I want my own profit. Maybe got a trip for but really expensive trip, but it's not going to happen today. It's going to happen maybe in 2 years, maybe in 1 year, maybe in I don't know when it's going to happen. We don't control that. The only thing is that now, if it goes down, maybe because there is someone that wanted to sell, get profit straight away. There is a loss of confidence in the project. What we can do, we stay with the ones that believe in the project long term, and we continue together with them. So that's what I can say. If you ask me again why it goes down or why the value goes up, I'm like you. I'm seeing the graph, like the chart, like you seen it. So as we're not doing actions, so the only thing we can do and give good announcements, as it happens with the stock market. Like we give a really important announcement. We close, I don't know, this big partnership with this big company, and maybe the token value goes up. But we cannot do that if we don't have a big partnership or we have a big announcement to say. So understand also our position in it. Where did the pump from this weekend come from? Well, same question, but why it did go up? Guys, there are people buying and selling the tokens. There are someone that buys more. There are, I don't know, more people at the same time that are buying more, and the value goes up. I'm seeing the chart, as I said, as you see it. So it's not us. We don't know. We don't. More you ask, more we tell you. We don't know. If we do an announcement, as I said, with a big partnership, and token goes up, really up, or down, because it can happen the opposite, then we know why, because we did the announcement. But if we didn't do an announcement, we didn't do anything. So it's just the market. The people buy and sell. That's it. When paying something with Cube, we'll be able to make a charge back. Is there any reversal once the payment is sent? Well, it's not related to the price. It's a general question, but yes, this is the way it works in QPay. The client, when he goes, for example, in a restaurant and buys a dinner, we will not get charged for a commission. So mostly you got a reward at beginning using QPay. So the commission is up to the provider, so not for the client. Well, we reached 1 hour. You can see that it's really hot here in Barcelona, and but I wanted to like be elegant for you guys, so I need to deal with this heat we have. So thank you everybody for listening to me for 1 hour. I hope I really have to understand how we compromised. We are compromised with this project, the whole team, the ambassadors, the community. So we here to really like make it work, and we really like working non-stop. Me personally, I'm working non-stop. Like the last question, how you handle all this vertical and everything? Working non-stop. But we're passionate, we like it, we want innovation, we want this. So it's the price we have to pay for it, and we're happy to pay it. So that's all. Thank you. I've seen a lot of people here today, so thank you for being here. And I'm going to close the streaming now. And as usual, sorry, I did announce I did announce the ones that won, but I'll say a thing because it's really too late. So I will ask the team. I'm going to say really fast, and then I close the streaming. So first one in Twitter, Mohammed Fahih got the prize. In Telegram, Oliver King, George, Firelight 76, and the last one is, where is it? Past it. Sorry. Last question, I didn't hear it, and you won, is Enric. What about purchasing through KubePay in the future? Will be using the same way like Google Pay and Apple Pay, or we'll need to get some kind of card like Visa or MasterCard? As we said, there's no fiat, there's no Visa, there's no MasterCard. It's going to be with the functionality, specific functionality we created only for KubePay. It's our patent. So it's going to work totally differently. It's just sending cryptocurrencies instantly to a provider or to someone else through the app. That's all. So these are, yes, Aaron, just to answer to you, these are the 5 winners. Yeah, I've seen that you are here, one of the winners. So that's all. Thank you guys for participating. And I will, any other question, anything, as usual, just get in touch in the group. Just tag me, please. Don't send me a direct message, only because I'm receiving a lot and I cannot answer to all of them. If you have like a specific question, just tag me in the group, and I will be happy to help you. And also, it's better in the group so the other investors or people involved in the community can learn about the project. So it's not going to be only a private conversation. You know, it's for the sake of for the best of us all. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a great